Hello and welcome back
Squid
from the
Man.
Matrix. We are fighting Launch Octopus, fucking Squidward Man. Woo! Yeah, let's go. So today, because I have work later, I'm drinking a nice non-alcoholic beer, which we're going to blur out because we're not sponsored.
Ads.
We're not sponsored, and I'm not giving money to anyone, and I'm never going to take a sponsorship ever anyway. So, yeah. But we were having a discussion about non-alcoholic beer, and well, we should start out the discussion with the little anecdote that you gave us.
As some of you might know, my dad owns a bar, and he recently said he accidentally gave a couple people the NA version of their beer, and they couldn't tell the difference.
Okay,
and
but
they didn't even care when they told them.
How drunk
They were
were
just
these
like, "Oh,
people?
cool."
Though?
I'd have to ask. I can't remember. I wasn't there, so. But they didn't care, so probably not too drunk.
No, probably not.
Or maybe they didn't care because they were drunk. Oh fuck.
That is possible. But that sort of confirms this point that I've been making, which is that, like, especially for large breweries, very large companies like Guinness or Heineken or Coors or shit, their non-alcoholic is gonna taste exactly the same as their normal beer, because what they do is they literally.
This is not a good spot for me.
They literally brew. Yeah, you're gonna die.
I can't even jump over him.
They brew the exact same beer that they brew for everything. They brew the exact same beer as their classic beer, but they put it through this really advanced filtering system that just filters out the alcohol, and so. It's the exact same thing, just without the alcohol. So it will taste the exact same, and it really does taste exactly the same. If you've ever tried, like, the Guinness 0.0 or the Heineken 0.0 or other brands, it really does just tastes the exact same. Because it really is. It's just the same shit, just without alcohol.
Yeah, sounds lame. I'd rather drink something that actually tastes good.
Now, for smaller breweries, like if you get a craft non-alcoholic beer, then that's going to be different, because the filtration process is so expensive that really only the large breweries can afford to do it. So the craft breweries, what they have to do is they have to use a special kind of yeast that doesn't make alcohol when it ferments. So they use this special kind of yeast, and it ends up being only like 0.5% alcohol by volume. Like up to 0.5% alcohol by volume. And so that's going to taste different, but usually the craft breweries will formulate it so that, you know, it still is a good tasting beer, just with the non-alcoholic. And it tastes great. Honestly, if you ask me, I think it tastes great. Now,
but you said you didn't like the one you have.
No, I don't like the one I have, but okay, you're gonna have to bleep it out, but I don't like the one I have, not because it's not non-alcoholic, but because I don't like the one I have, not because it's non-alcoholic, but because it doesn't taste good. Because it's a cheap beer. Oh, fuck. You will say, oh yeah, why would you drink non-alcoholic beer or some shit, right? But I might sound like a pretentious douchebag when I say this, but I actually like the taste of beer. Like, I drink beer not just to get drunk, but to enjoy the taste, to enjoy the experience of the drinking of the beer, right? Which, you know, yeah, it's probably a pretentious thing for me to say, but also, like, I don't know, if you're gonna try to get drunk, I don't know, beer is so low in alcohol volume, I don't know why you would ever try to get drunk off of beer to begin with. Like, it just doesn't, that just doesn't sound fun to me at all. Just take some shots. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I don't, fuck you!
Like, you might as
I
well
don't drink beer.
And that's like, that's this whole other thing that I've been just thinking for a while now, which is like, there's no point to cheap beer to me, right? And that's why I don't like this. I don't like this because it's cheap beer and it's garbage. So even though, you know, it tastes exactly like the cheap beer normally would have, I don't like that. I don't like the cheap beer.
This is the worst, because you have to just let it hit you, and there's no way around it.
Sounds like there's no way around it. So, maybe you should, I don't know,
find a way around it, huh?
Yeah. Maybe you should, like, beat the enemy or something.
You know, if I was inside the video game, I'd just walk up and punch him instead of use a stupid-ass gun.
Have you considered shooting your gun, maybe? I'm just throwing out ideas.
You know what I have tried, though? Jumping on the spikes. And that hasn't really worked out, actually, so... but I'm gonna continue doing that. Just so you know. That's my plan.
So it's something that I've been thinking for a while. Which is just that... Oh, please don't fuck with the wires. Please don't fuck with the wires. Don't be a cat. Can you just not be a cat? Okay. This is something that I've been thinking for a while, which is just that, like, I don't understand the point of cheap beer at all. Because cheap beer tastes like shit. Right? It just does. Like, Coors, Bud Light, fucking Budweiser, all that. It all tastes like shit. And nobody denies that. But then they say, oh yeah, well, I just want to get drunk. But it's like, if you just want to get drunk, just buy vodka or something.
Fuck!
Huh? If you don't care about the taste, why would you buy something that's so low in alcohol by volume? Just buy vodka, buy a hard liquor, and just get drunk off of that and do shots. Or make yourself a nice cocktail that at least tastes good. But
yeah,
no,
I don't do the beer. If I'm drinking like I drink like a Twisted Tea or a Mike's maybe, but usually if I'm drinking, I'm doing a shot or something.
I would say beer is definitely an acquired taste. I didn't like beer either until I went to Ireland. But I would say that once you acquire the taste, it is actually really, really enjoyable. And like tasting all the different kinds of beers and shit is really fun. Just the other
Fuck.
We talked about this in the last episode. Maybe we talked about this. I went to the brew house of this craft brewery called Drecker Brewing, and I tried like 17 different beers, and I just had a really good time. And I just got like small little tasters, just a tiny amount every time, and just to try each one. And it was just such a great time because I was able to appreciate all like the different flavors of the beers, and some of them were like super sweet, like actually like really sweet. Like one of them tasted like actual strawberry shortcake, and that's not a fucking joke.
That's pretty cool. Fuck.
One of them is meant to taste like peanut butter and jelly, but it tastes more like cough syrup, and I didn't like that one at all. And there are some that like tasted like wine, like if you were to... It tasted like beer, but the strength of wine, if that makes sense. It was really interesting, and it was like really strong. And yeah, I got really fucked up because I drank so much beer. But it was fun because I got to taste all the different kinds of beer.
Holy shit, that took way too long.
If you want to get into craft beer, I would recommend starting with some light shit, like some good old red ale, Irish red. So Drecker has a great Irish red, super mega lager.
I have to fight that guy again.
Oh no. Well, is it at least gonna spawn you like right next to him? Yes, it is. That's good.
Well, yeah, it has been the whole time. I don't want to get hit by you, you fucking asshole.
I think nobody would want to get hit by him. That's kind of the point of the video game. It's kind of... I'm not as good at pissing... Jesus Christ. I'm not as good at pissing people off as you are. You're so good at pissing me off.
Yeah, I have a lot of practice, I guess.
Practice? Practice with what? What is your practice?
I piss Amanda off. I piss everybody off, I feel like.
Yeah.
But it's always like a bit.
You've been doing that since like the genesis of our channel. Just fucking...
Probably.
deliberately
dick.
pissing everyone off. Yes.
Well, it gets a good reaction for the video. So I mean,
does.
I guess
It does.
that also goes with the you called me a masochist earlier.
No,
I just
sadist.
cause sadist.
Yeah.
Is masochist self?
Masochist is the opposite. Yeah, it's the like you like pain. Sadist is you like causing pain to other people because you're a fucking asshole.
Or
We're gonna cut
don't
that
fall
one.
on the spikes.
They're just like, let's make the entire ground spikes for like a good half of the stage.
You know, the thing that instantly kills them with no fucking like talent or skill to getting around it. I fucking hate water levels.
My cat is shedding.
On the mic.
He's shedding, and the fur is getting all over my fucking tongue, and so that's
Gross.
why I'm like
Aren't you-
spitting.
Aren't you like allergic to cats or something?
Yes, I am allergic to cats.
Well, it wasn't very smart to get a cat then, was it?
It's a very mild allergy, and also there wasn't really much of a choice because, okay, do you want me to tell you the story of how we got this cat? So Shyla was working at her old job, which was like 2 years ago at this point. It was last September. She was working at her old job, and this couple came in and were like, we can't take care of this cat anymore. This guy right here, you're seeing him on the camera. They were like, we can't take care of this guy anymore. Will you guys take him? And they just literally pushed him into the manager's arms of the store. And he scratched the shit out of the manager. But then Shyla, and obviously the manager let him go. And he like was in the corner and he was all scared. But then Shyla, you know, she got him to come out of the corner and she got him to calm down. And then she grabbed him and wrapped him, like completely wrapped him around in this blanket, like super tight so it would soothe him and calm him down. And then her manager let her off. Her manager like let her go home so she could take the cat home and like take care of it.
Because he didn't want to get fucking scratched by it again.
Yeah, probably. But she went and took the cat home. Well, she didn't take the cat home first. First, she called me and she was like, "Come downstairs," and because I was still living at the dorm at the time, she was like, "Come downstairs. I have something to show you." And I come downstairs and I just see this fucking cat. She just has this cat, and I'm like, "No, you didn't buy a cat." And she was like, "I didn't really have a choice. I kind of just had to take him."
She didn't buy a cat.
No, but to be honest, there really wasn't a choice. Like the only other choice would straight up be to like let him. And she worked downtown at the time too, so she would have had to like release him downtown. He could have gotten hit by a car or some shit. So, yeah, she kind of just had to take him in. But that instance of him scratching the manager is like the only time he's ever attacked the person.
Fuck you, you fucking spikes! Continue. There's nowhere to land. It's like there's no choice.
Anyway, he's been the sweetest boy the sweetest cat I've ever met. He's so chill. He's so sweet. He loves everybody. Everybody that we bring in, he just loves them immediately. So, I don't know. He's great. He's a great cat. And yeah, I am allergic to cats, but it is a mild allergy. And I have built up a bit of a tolerance after being around him for this long. Although, when I went to Ireland and came back, the fucking allergy, like, the tolerance was completely gone. So,
yeah.
I started having allergic symptoms again immediately.
Oh, cool.
So, if I don't see him for like 3 days, I'll be allergic to him again. But the only issue I have with him is that he sheds a ton. I've never seen a short-haired cat shed this much. It's insane.
That one?
Yeah, our shield.
Boop. I love that sound.
So it should take off his, arms eventually. You know what?
I'm gonna die.
This might not be right. Is this really is our shield really what you're supposed to use against this guy? Maybe.
Well, It's the armadillo. Okay.
What I
here
want-
we go.
What I want is to get our, little, See, I think the what you gotta do is not let those things blast you upwards.
I thought you were gonna say not let those things blast you and kill you.
Yeah, I think you're supposed to not get hit by the bombs.
Just it's a hypothesis though. I don't know. I'm not really sure if that's the right idea, but
yeah, it's not.
that's
really,
what I'd think of.
It's not exactly a confirmed scientific theory yet.
If I was playing, I would avoid them. Is what I'm saying, as you are clearly not.
Yes, exactly. Yeah, no, exactly. That's what I'm saying.
Oh,
See, I
God.
should have gotten Sapporo. Sapporo tastes really good. Like Sapporo Reserve.
Never heard of it.
It's a Japanese, well, it's actually technically Vietnamese, but it's super popular in Japan. But it's
Fuck
yeah,
off.
It's a Vietnamese beer. You are so close, though.
I know.
Holy shit!
Fuck! I jumped right into that
You
one.
got this. You got this. You fucking got this.
He's close. Yes. Okay. Thank God. We never have
We
to
got
fight
him.
Octopus Man again.
Okay. You don't have to. You never have to do this mission again.
Woo.
Well,
Maybe.
there's probably going to be a heart piece in it. We should probably be getting the heart pieces while we're doing this.
Well, I think you need items to get those specifically.
We have all the items.
No, we don't. What do you mean?
We don't have all the weapons.
That's what I mean. I meant the weapons, not the items.
You got the tracker missiles, so our next one should be Storm Eagle, I believe.
We'll have to double check that. But
Yeah. We'll have to double check.
in the Matrix.
You'll at least know by next episode. But until then, we'll see you in the Matrix. And don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe, and hit the bell notification button. I'm going to start doing that at the end of every episode.
Thank God at the end. If it was at the beginning, people would be
I
clicking
hate
off.
it when people. I hate it when people do that at the beginning of their episodes.
Like, there's this channel that pops up in my recommended, and sometimes I watch their videos, and it's like, they do the intro thing, and then they instantly are like, you can hit the bell, and it's like, shut the fuck up, I need to close out of this, not even watch your video, fuck you.
Dude, can you imagine? Like, can you imagine if we did that at the beginning of our Let's Play episode?
Instead of saying...
and then had a sponsorship halfway through the... Like, who the fuck would sit through that for a Let's Play? Like, I'm not gonna sit through a goddamn sponsorship for a fucking Let's Play.
There's the people that do the chapters, so they don't even you can just have the video be like skipped through the ad, and it doesn't, they still get the ad, but the viewer can just skip right through it and not even have to see the ad.